What is up, guys? Welcome back to another casted game. We're here with another best of 7 show match today between Guiliug and Swisherguts. They have titled this the Quick Search Simulator. All maps are from the standard map pool, picked from standard map pool itself, random. All matchups are blind pick, random. There is no counter picking. You can only play a Civ once. And our first game is going to be a Malta versus Germany affair on Central Asia, spawned to the northeast map in the colour blue. It's Guiliug with the Maltese. Swish will be spawned down to the southwest in the colour red, playing as the Germans. Both, again, real strong players. We've seen quite a few advanced players recently in that ELO bracket of like 1950 to 2100 ELO. Take matters into their own hands, get some show matches organised, get practice ahead of the upcoming ESOP tournaments. And it's great to see this life being breathed back in to the AoE3 competitive scene. It's always been there. It's a little bit more pushing these players on was good to see. And the fact is, Swish has been known as a bit of a one-trick pony with the ports. He's trying to shake this off. He's more than just a port FF. Chef Sudiste wannabe. He's actually a decent player behind it. Streams quite a lot as well. Make sure you go check him out. Enjoy that. Guiliug, a little less is known of him. I do always get him confused with Aliug as well, who's another strong player. And I think it's like another G player somewhere who's a little bit down in ELO. But certainly on the kind of the era of the up and coming. Another solid, strong player. I need to check what the ELO of Guiliug is. I want to say it's about a 2050 to 2000 on the dot. But to pick Malta, pick number 1 in a best of 7, I respect that greatly. It's not match point just yet. But wow, what a way to win your first game if you're going to win a game. And I'm looking forward to it. If you guys must know or do know already that I'm a massive Malta enjoyer. I love everything about the Civ. It's so fun. Fixed guns, Arbalesta, auto-teching, commander units, just everything about it is so much fun. It's a bit slow, but apart from that, damn, it's pretty good. And Guiliug finding Swisherguts, looking for treasures on the northwestern map. This is where the best of the treasures are. And Swisher looking for another one. Was a good scouting pattern from him. Come across Guiliug, rather unfortunate. Guiliug rocking the default Maltese Explorer skin. Boo. We are all Elaine and Magnum fanboys on this channel. The age up coming in here from Guiliug. 16 Vil age up. Transition his Vils onto wood now. Looking for that German tongue. Going for Gangsaw first to try and increase the amount of resources being picked up on the chop to make it more efficient. I gotta say I'm not a fan of this build order that Guiliug is doing. And actually heard him with 2 Vils already. The time is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. He's only got 200 wood. This German tongue is gonna come in so late. You can definitely get 3-minute 50 German tongues, maybe 4-minute on the average. I always say that 4 minutes is your target time. We're just not even close. The argument is that the kind of the gang saw and the hunting dogs means that having this delayed German tongue isn't actually as much of a factor, and still we'll get a decent time here. Looking for a 4-minute 10 with Marketech, so yeah, pretty decent. Just feel that the age one's always a bit risky because if you don't have the good treasures and you commit to this build order with the early marketing text, you could be so far behind. But the payoff is there if you make it work. House comes down, needs to house first before the age up because he's currently popped at the moment. And herding it in the animals. And all things considered, he's made the best of a tough situation and has just about got a villager queued as well. No hour time, and that German tongue will come down a tasty time as well. Let's check in with Swisherguts though. Aging much faster. Going for 3 houses, a stable Ulan starts. Probably just hard cav semi. That doesn't surprise me in terms of a build order and strategy here. It makes sense. Get the cav out. Force him to make the defensive pikemen or defensive hussars force Malta to not boom as hard. What Malta really wants to do is basically go Weaken the Court Constructions, this is the first card, and then go for Hospitality, and then just basically no units FF and eventually get to the third age. But sending 700 wood means he can get the German Tongue out, or the settler wagons out, housing out, barracks, pikemen out, and he needs to hit the pikemen in queue urgently. First pikeman does come in, but there's some vills nearby the commandery, they need to get in. TC picked up, but the settler wagons in there as well. Settler wagons need to be out on the map. They have high HP, and Swish is kind of going back early, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I think he's picked off the Explorer, quite happy. Gonna wait for more cav reinforcements. Another 4 cross the map very, very quickly. Villagers get into the commandery, and if Guiliug knows his commanderies, he definitely does. Once the vills come in and pop out, they can't come back in for another minute. And he's going to be super careful how he plays around this. These vills are in a very precarious position, and he needs to really get close to the TC. Ulan's on the top side, Swish trying to raid multiple sides. Really tight, and the moment Explorer sounds back up. More XP there for Germany. Another 70 XP. And that there is another 7 Vil kills worth of experience points. That's the equivalent. It's so useful. Pikes do catch with the Ulans and will win that trade convincingly, but Ulan's on the Vils. They can't get into the country because he already used it. He's thinking, how can I get in? But he can't. And Swish gets away before the pikes turn up. A settler wagon should have gone down there, and Guiliug lucky that the pikes came out. You gotta remember the commander is on the cooldown. You can't just garrison your vills. And Guiliug's panicking, but he's recovered well enough. Look at that. Second rack's coming down. Pikeman at the back defending his villagers. He does already have steel traps. That's impressive to see. Swish taking a trading post now. Wow, okay, so he went for the trading post on the 700 wood, it looks like. Which is really delayed his shipment curve. He should be sending in his next card, especially with those 2 Explorer kills. Should be making the most of this. Going in on the defensive play with 12 Ulans, it's not very compact when you have 12. Probably normal formation would be better. He's going to raid around looking for some vills. But Guiliug is smarter than that. He won't have had the vills out on the open. The vills in the back, though. Guiliug does see it. He does see where the army was patrolling. Saw the cav going this way. Sees the cav on the train post. Was going for double crossbow there. Want to go for double sentinel, but he needs more coin. He needs to really move his economy, get more coin. He won't have enough anywhere near the coin needing for this, and actually will probably should have gone for more pikes. This knowledge of line of sight on these Ulans is very, very useful. He's actually going to try and attack with 5 pikes. This is the incorrect move here from Guiliug because he's going to lose all the pikes. He saves the train post, but yeah, Swish is going to turn on this. You can't just, although you have counter units, you can't just do that. He's going to call more pike reinforcements, but only 3 sentinels. It's a trade. But just the pike spend most of the time walking, chasing the cav being pulled back, and he saved. You know what though? He saves the trading post, and actually that is worth a lot in its own right. That is worth XP, and Swisherguts is. He still could take the remainder, but he hasn't committed. Cav on the top side, pikes at home defending. That's a smart defensive play. Ulans go down there, and oh, Swish has abandoned the trading post. He's used the drag all military button. Oh no, Swish. Oh, Swisherguts. Oh, bruh. Come on. How has he done that? Oh. He's seen. He's seen. He's in the... Oh, he has... He has seen it. He's... Oh, Swish has aged up to the 3rd age. He's going to move and see his train post that's been healed. But I was trying to get a raid on the right side, but they got picked up. That's so funny. And the thing is, Swish has got to the 3rd age. Great, but he's not being able to send a shipment. He has no experience points, and this tempo from Swish is really painful. And the problem is, you need that tempo to force Malta to defend. If they're not defending, they're basically just booming and enjoying it themselves. Age into the 3rd age now, has Sentinel Hospitality to get the fast age in behind. Does have 6 settler wagons with Wigner Court, steel traps, and log flume behind this. The bow pike play will start to take off very quickly. The upgrades will be very cheap as well, 50-50 for both. For all infantry upgrades, ages up the Adventurer for more crossbows. And has a lot of food, needs to rebalance that economy pretty quickly, but should be pretty safe to do that afterwards. Swish finally completed the trading post. However, there are some pikemen nearby who actually could siege that German TP back down. Did Swish even get a church? Oh, no church as well. That is kind of brutal. And place mines, no amalgamation. And there is just there's no momentum here from Swish. First shipment going to be 3 war wagon, 3 Ulan, but there's no cav here to play with. 8 skirm would have been the better choice. And again, Guiliug can go for veteran consort cavalry, but hasn't done so far just yet. Just floating. Lots of food. Settler wagons on the hunt. Some vills on berries as well. Quick shift around of how you get those villagers gathering resources is in order. But he should be able to recover himself pretty fine though. War wagons massing up. Skirms reforming on the front line. Villager looking to herd in. They're going to get picked off. And at least Guiliug sees what he's having to deal with. Ulan's not upgraded to the veterancy status just yet. Swisherguts is actively researching them, so should wait out until they get tagged. Another 5 skirms being researched. A couple pikes nearby as well, and that is what skirms are looking for. Need to stay out the range of the crossbows, because unfortunately, this small number of skirms is not going to get too much done. The sentinels will move back. Tell you what would be fantastic right now if Guiliug managed to get himself a fixed gun or a depot, but 10 plus 12 crossbows is a decent batch, and not a 9 fire thrower enjoyer. That's a good card, that is. Doesn't have lances or cassadors either. Full bow pike play with the commandery card as well for the hospitaliers. Very, very nice. He's looking for more sentinels here, but I think he should just abandon sentinels and just go pure pikes. You have the economy for pike with the log flume with the court. You have the upgrades as well, and you just don't have the pop space to get the housing and the coin for the sentinel production. Pass coming up from Guiliug, looking for a huge coin raid. Salt mine down to the southern side. It won't be there. He should be targeting this northern or southern gold mine, let's say. Oh, the path in the wrong side of the native post. He sees it. He sees it. He corrects it. He tries to move around. But all this time, Swish just amassing army, waiting for that time to strike. Malta's just out producing, and the quality of these units is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Did Swish even saying cav combat? Swish went cav combat card 2. He's only gone for 1 unit shipment, and you can just see he just doesn't have enough stuff. He's not actually actively breaking apart this formation that Guiliug has got, and Cav Ray back in base. Swish moving in. Oh no, he's not got his greatcoats. 2 vills go down, another vill exposed. The Hussars, there's no answer them just yet, and the press. And do you go deal with the Huss raid? Do you keep pushing? Lost a war wagon there behind this. It's starting to fall apart for Swisherguts here. Missing that trading post, really hurting his position. And the lack of the XP really hurting this momentum and never really challenging. Guiliug, I do hear a raid, top right, Vil goes down. One's getting picked off as well. But the Sentinels come in to reinforce. This would be a good time to strike while some Sentinels are away dealing with the raid. But Guiliug taking a 5k score lead, being pretty comfy. And nearly has enough resources here for a fixed gun. But he's not a fixed gun enjoyer. He doesn't like a big cannonball, getting triple kills left, right, and centre. He's actually going for Falconet play from an artillery foundry, which is that's quite expensive to do, but pretty good though. HP boosts the artillery as well. Next shipment, yep, it's gonna be bow pike combat. Good card. I think that's a better card than Steel Bolts in this situation due to the fact that there's no heavy infantry on the field. Hussar's coming back for another raid, but one Huss gets trapped in a tree. He thinks he's a monkey. Well, he thinks he's dead now. But the Huss make their way onto the no greatcoat settler wagons under pressure now. They're getting picked off. The wagons need to return home pretty quickly. 2 Falcons being trained here from Guiliug. They will come out. I don't believe he meant to train a fire thrower, but he is now. Well, he is now regardless anyway. Archaic Soldier coming in for Guiliug, has more HP, and now these crossbows are beastie. 153 HP, 21 attack, 16 range, couple pikes. Still just chilling, waiting to catch some cav raids. Swisherguts hoping for a big raid on the right. Soon it's going to be a Musk crossbow push right through the middle, backed by 2 cannon. 38 villager population here for Guiliug. Swisherguts is on 27, unfortunately. A little bit down. Not to mention the market upgrades. And, of course, the Victor Court constructions. Now Swish only on 28 villager population. I don't quite understand how it's happened. Couple of settler wagons going down, no big deal. Guiliug can just retrain them from the commandery. I think people forget that when they raid Malta settler wagons, you can just retrain them. But the push comes in, crossbows pushing away. The war wagons, the Falcons unpacking, skirms nearby. Oh! A 4-pop of artillery from Swisherguts. And this is exactly the units he needs. He's got to unload it, but there's nothing here protecting. And the Musks are going into melee mode. They're catching up close. Volley is underwhelming here, due to the high HP of all his units combined. 3 Falcons still standing, soon to be 2. Wants to get a nice raid behind. Without 9 Ulan shipment really forming that frontal force of units doing damage and attacking the damage. There's not really much protecting. And the first game is over. Guiliug taking the victory. And Swisherguts playing the camp for semi-FF, but not quite getting that build order down. I'm so surprised how he didn't go for the early train post, and when he did go for the TP, forgetting it and putting Explorer away at the last moment is so painful. It does honestly ruin the game at that point for you. Germany XP curve is so slow, and he got to the 3rd age, no shipment. First shipment was War Wagon, that wasn't too impactful versus crossbows, crossbow heavy army. And then cav combat behind. Yes, he had units upgrade. But the point of the German FF is that you can send in 8 skirm, 9 Ulan, 3 war wagon, just back to back to back. Get that momentum driving for you. The skirms outrange the crossbows, and that was the main victory condition for Swish. There was to kind of utilize his advantage of skirmishes, but it never felt that Swish could compete in that department. Guiliug had like twice as many crossbows as Swish skirmishers, which is fine in its own regard, but Swish then didn't have the Ulans behind it to back it up and smash in to Malta army. Guiliug, strong economy, sound play actually. It was risky early on with the commandery getting blocked, locked out of the commandery, couldn't garrison, but enough pikes were there to defend the early cav pressure that Swish was putting on, and takes the first game rather convincingly. Let's quickly look at the post game. The population wasn't too bad there from Swish, but lost 2 vills, and then a huge raid later on. I must have missed this raid on the food line, I think, because he did try and go for the gold mine towards the end. I don't think too many gold mine villas went down, but it must be food villagers over here biting the bullet. And at the end, only having 5 settler wagons remaining. That's all. GG. Move on to the next game. Thank you for watching, and game number 2 coming right up after this.